What's that D stand for?
Hey everybody, Card Dreamer here, coming at you on behalf of D-Class Derailed and all things D-Class related. And today we're taking a look at another DC Multiverse figure by McFarlane Toys. This time we're taking a look at the Azrael Batman armor figure, the Platinum Edition, which means this is the rare variant. And we do have, just so people can see, we do have both versions. The red one is the standard, and we will open him. But honestly, I like the color of the Platinum more. It's kind of frustrating, the Platinum. A lot of times, not always, but a lot of times have the better color variation. There's a couple I wasn't thrilled with, but I think this is such a cool time in the Batman history. Take a look at the box. Super stoked to open this. All right. Yeah, I'm excited. Let's get this guy open, shall we? Here we are, and I really love this figure. I love it. There's some flaws, but anyway. Let's go over articulation first. First, great articulation. He can do just practically full wide 90-degree split. All right, well, as you saw, he fell over. And believe it or not, honestly, I kind of judge impartial my critiques for figures that don't stand very well on their own. I do feel action figures should, for the most part, you should be able to stand them. You should be able to stand them. Part of having the fun of posing them is to watch them stand on their own in that, or be on their own in that pose. There are exceptions, of course, and I think this is one of the ones that are somewhat to the exception, and we'll get into that. I want to go back to articulation, which was what I started with. First off, amazing head articulation. Looks up really well, looks down a good amount, left, right, head tilts, like great articulation. Butterfly shoulders, rotating biceps, double jointed elbows, the wrist rotate and bend. His waist actually does articulate, which is cool. I shouldn't say waist. He's got some torso articulation, which is kind of up in the right up in there. 90-degree splits, double jointed knees, and as you can see, he's got the ankle swivel, bend, and as well as toe articulation. So great articulation. The reason I'm not going to really take off too much points for not standing his own on this figure, because he actually can. I did have him standing on his own for a little bit. It was just a little sensitive sometimes, but the armor plates on his back that form up that cape or / wing, whatever you want to call them. They make him top heavy. They really do. It looks really awesome, but it makes him top heavy, which does make posing him a little hard. So I can understand needing the need for the figure bases. He only comes with one. I'm using two. I have a lot of figures who have no need for them. So, but yeah. So keep that in mind. What's really cool with these arm plates is they do come off. You have to put them on yourself to begin with, and they do come off really easy. Like, it's really good. They're not going to fall off moving around, but it's easy to put them on and off, and they're nice and stuff. Really good design. I'm really impressed. But yeah, I love the look of this figure. I want to see if I can turn them around so we can look at the back a little. Get a look at these armor plates. I just think they're really cool. I didn't notice any, one more than the other, so that's good. But yeah, I think this is an awesome figure. This is nice soft rubber, so it's malleable, these things. So you can move the arm and not worry about it breaking. And of course, he comes with this card. And I guess he did have a red suit at some point in the comics, because I don't think they alter the art like that. I could be wrong. And we can read real name, Jean Paul Valley. Upon his father's death, college student Jean Paul Valley learns that he has been genetically altered and trained since birth by a secret society known as the Order of St. Domas. They then activate his physiological conditioning, forcing him to become their most elite enforcer, Azrael. While on a mission to Gotham City, Azrael crosses paths with Batman and soon turns on to the Order to join the Dark Knight. Later, when Bruce Wayne is paralyzed by Bane, Bruce asks Jean Paul to become Batman for some time. Jean Paul then launches a campaign of brutal justice against the criminals of Gotham City and creates his own Batsuit of armor. So yeah. I like that card. That card was done really well. That's cool. But yeah, the other issue I had, which I seem to be getting a little bit worked out. So this like little the rubber underwear, whatever you want to call it. This side is a hair shorter than this, and so it doesn't quite cover the legs depending on the pose. I think it's getting crunched up, and I had to take just a little flat object, put up there to make it stretch out over again. I'm hoping if I keep it like this, it'll stretch out and won't get crunched up. It'll form. It does. It'll cover. It'll cover neat enough, but I don't know if it's a defect in all versions of this, or if I just got a defect or what. I didn't compare it to the other one yet, but it's obviously not that big a deal. But it is something to note. But yeah, I would love to know what you guys think of this figure. I really love the look of it. But yeah, leave your comments down below. Let me know if this was a grab or pass. Did you get the standard version? Did you get the platinum? Did you get both like I did? Is it a pass because it just wasn't for you? I want to know. Leave your comments down below. Till next time, I'm Card Dreamer. This has been D-Class Derailed. Stay evil.